Ethiopian chasing a chicken? So in that moment I said, is it because Ethiopians are professional athletes and they eat Team GB in the Olympics? That's what I said. He didn't really like that. But he said, but congratulations, you've made it to a place of nourishment, running water, and food. And then I did switch in that moment. I said, oh, by civilization, do you mean colonization and slavery? Is that what you mean? In that moment, he became the fastest thing on two legs. I said, where are you going? Yeah. Oh my god, 58. Okay, what else can I say quickly? Do we love our parents here?
Yeah.
You said no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Trauma. I love my dad very much, but he doesn't really say it back to me. That's something, I guess, it's an immigrant thing. They don't really express their love, but I don't give up because my dad, you know, he came as a freedom fighter. He's a real warrior. We don't really see eye to eye. He's a warrior. I'm a warrior. I worry a lot. That's the only thing. Like, him and his mates would like whip each other. The only thing I was whipping was cream. You know, he eats raw meat. I got IBS. You know, nothing. So when I say I love you, I get thank you. And I'm like, that's not how that's supposed to go. Can you say it one time? I love you very much. Thank you very much. And then I get pissed off. Can you just say it one time, Dad? Maybe you don't understand. There's a language barrier. And he says, Balfeligi, which means find a husband.
Interview quickly, Salam. A quick interview. So, Ed, just be careful of the HDMI lead. We're having loads of technical. You look amazing, by the way. I love your outfit. Yeah, doesn't she look great? Yeah. No, it's a big point for me. A lot of the acts look like shit, and it's really annoying. You know, so I think, you know, we're entertaining these people. Let's dress up for it, you know. So I can see a man frantically taking his trousers off at the back. So you can borrow. I've got some cool ones in the back. So how was that? So
I didn't know it was an interview. Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah. Well, what we do is it's less of a gig and more of a test. This and see if you're funny off stage as well as on stage.
Wow.
Just a quick interview, yeah. So you were like last minute edition a couple of weeks ago, and you got through to the final. Were you Were you excited?
Very excited. I googled you actually.
Uh-oh. Right. All right. That's it with the interview.
And just you're in the Daily Mail a lot.
All right. Yes.
I'm just working against you.
For all the wrong things.
Yeah, I'm actually involved in the biggest copyright infringement legal case in British comedy history.
You can't handle the truth!
Yeah, and well, we don't have like one yet. And what? Anything else? Did you find out about me?
Your name's Josh?
All right. Okay. This is enough. Well, so thank you, Salam. Lovely to meet you. That's more of an interview on me. Good. Yeah, you can leave now. There we go, our first act. Really good quality. We don't know what will happen. So, Ash, apparently your camera's out. No, he specifically told me to call him Asher, and I disobeyed his rules. This is Asher, our cameraman here. Yes, I don't think we should have called him because apparently your camera is out of focus.
It is out of focus, yeah.
All right, you going to do anything about that, or?
I can't, try as I might.
Okay, does someone who knows how to use a camera come over and get it in focus, maybe? Oh, by the way, I've seen this man here, you've got a massive camera. Can you hold it up to show everyone? Look at this. This is like, look at the size of that. So he takes a good
compensating.
We've got a platform. says the man. Anyway, all right. Are we in focus now?
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks. What's your name, sir?
Richard.
Richard. All right, we'll come back to you if we're out of focus again, and then you'll be our main man. All right. Is that all right, Asher? If Richard gives you a hand?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Right.
Wow, you could really hear he was really keen about that.
We don't need you to explain the subtext, Russell. Thank you. Yeah, Richard. All right, so you'll be on standby, all right?
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
What camera work do you do outside of photographing your friend performing?
At work I sell cameras and I also do video at comedy shows sometimes.
Oh, so you sell cameras?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, this one's not working, so I might have to come buy one off you after the show. All right, wicked. Well, Richard, there we go. We get all sorts of people here. You know, that's an exciting job. And then we'll never. Does your ventriloquist master? Will he tell me what you do for a job?
An actuary.
Huh?
An
A what? An actuary.
So you're when I'm speaking, you don't get it.
What's an actuary? Can someone...
Statistics.
Insurance.
Maths.
Jesus, that is a comedy dead end. All right, Russell. So Russell is...
Yeah, pick on me, fuck's sake, quick.
Well, I didn't introduce Russell properly. Russell is head of vibes. He has got the hardest job in showbiz. He has to get an atmosphere in this gig. Yes, when he is not doing this, he is a DJ. Yeah, round of applause. He is, in fact, the resident DJ at Winter Wonderland, which just opened a couple of days ago. You done the first shift there?
I did.
How was it?
Shit. It was like pre-storm. It was the day before the storm. In fact, they closed this year for a day, didn't they? Because of the storm, yeah.
Oh, really? Did you still get paid?
No, because no one was working there. So.
Oh, it's a bit shit, isn't it?
That's fine anyway.
Well, just be like being here. You don't get paid here either. So, all right, cool. Well, so he'll be sort of getting vibes in the night. All right, so are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Why does it say Tunisia up there? Just out of interest.
I've no idea. Like, I just put them up. Sometimes you just think.
Well, let's go back to that. Tunisia. Is that someone in the room? Oh, Razzle Dazzle's from Tunisia. Would Razzle Dazzle like to confirm that?
Oh yeah. So James Wood said, "Where are you from?"
Okay.
Hi, Razzle Dazzle. Where are you from? The real Razzle Dazzle said, it. Wow. It's almost like we got some sort of dating app situation going on here.
All right.
Rats YouTube dating app.
So we'll work out if can we see anyone of Tunisian descent in the room, and if not, they're watching online. How many people are watching the stream, Josh? Now that you've put it live. By the way, I went to the back of the room. He hadn't even put the stream live. One person. All right. Well,
that's me.
Well, that's $5 on camera equipment well spent. All right. So I'm not even joking. All right. Over to you, Russell. We've got a long night ahead of us.
Oh God. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, get that clapping going again and keep that fire in the bellies! As we welcome to the next act to the stage, and when the next act comes up, I need you to scream! Scream like the foxes fucking in my garden at 2 o'clock in the morning! What? Yeah, you don't hear them, do you?
Louis George!
That is aggressive. Hello, rats. How are we? You well? Immaculate vibes here tonight. It does very much feel like Harry's taken us all hostage, but he's letting us host a talent contest to boost morale. It's lovely to be performing here in my nan's living room as well. She also had 40 collapsible chairs at any moment, and she loved to entertain. It's good to be here. That's an aggressive countdown as well. Right, I've only got 5 minutes. I'll tell you some things about myself. If the pink hair's done his job, you already know I'm vegan, so that's one. I'm from London as well. I grew up in London. I grew up in West London, near Notting Hill, which is a very strange area, for those of you who don't know. It used to have a big Caribbean community from the Windrush generation, but it's been heavily gentrified. The culture changed practically overnight, to the point it's now the only place I've ever witnessed someone mishear the phrase wagwan as foie gras. But I feel very grateful to have grown up in London. No, it means I was raised around people from all different walks of life. You know, my family, pretty middle class. But my best mate as a child was from a poor, working class immigrant background, right? Which really made me, you know, confront my own privilege, open my eyes. And look, sure, she was a terrible au pair. I understand why mum had to let her go. But fond memories. She used to make the most fantastic wagwan sandwich, actually. I'm just kidding, I don't eat wagwan, I'm vegan. I'm queer as well. Have you got any queer people in? Yeah, no good. No, sometimes I can feel too loved and supported on stage, so I appreciate that. If you want a label, I would consider myself hetero-flexible. Now, don't worry if you don't know what that means, right? It's one of the new releases. What it means is I'm like basically straight, right? But in the way that like an amateur rugby player is straight. You know what I mean? Like boarding school straight. Like I'm shagging a bloke on a dare, obviously. A dare I've insisted upon. Okay, some of you still not getting this. Right. Think of me sexuality-wise like a paper straw, okay? To begin with, straight, sure. But after about 2 drinks, I'm getting a little bent. Thank you, though, one person over there. Fuck the rest of you, including the little child. Don't come for him. That makes me feel awful. I have OCD as well, which is cringe, obviously. It's very much the vaping of mental illness, right? It's still statistically likely to lead to an early death, but with none of the sex appeal. You know, like I'm not a tortured artist. I'm not the life and soul of the party. I'm just so clean. My mum worries. You know what I mean? Like most parents have to force their teenage son to clean their bedrooms. I was asking my parents for an industrial wet vac for Christmas. It's tough. It's not just the germs for me, right? But it's tough to explain to people how it can affect me because it's confusing, right? It's riddled with contradictions. I don't even understand it myself all the time, right? Like, I won't eat food that's touched the counter, but I will eat arse. Like, I sort of view myself as a sort of worthless piece of dirt who's contributing nothing to the world. But I am fairly confident that I can prevent terror attacks by flicking the light switch on and off in multiples of 4. Which is actually how I lost my job as an usher at Cineworld. Yeah, polite chuckles, that's why we do it. Okay. It's tough growing up with OCD. You know, I went to school in like the early noughties, back when mental illness was only for ugly people, so no one really knew what to do with it. And it used to come out in weird ways for me, right? And I didn't always make it easy on myself. I'll give you an example. When I was 16, I had my first girlfriend, and she was from a really wealthy family, right? Their house was lavish. I remember, because in her bedroom, she had red satin bed sheets. Okay, I know, 16-year-old girl, red satin bed sheets, like some sort of Albanian pimp. Anyway, first time we're getting intimate, right? It's my first time altogether, so the finish line comes into view a little sooner than I would have liked, which is mortifying for anyone. But then a switch flips, right? The OCD comes online. I forget all about the indignity of being labelled Captain Cumquick at school, and suddenly all I can think about is the damage that semen could do to a fabric like satin. So I start panicking. And as the anxiety builds up, all these intrusive thoughts are coming up to the surface, like, what if I get her pregnant? Huh? What if I have HIV, still a virgin? What if I have HIV and she somehow contracts that off me? What if her mum hand washes these sheets at a later date, as per the guidelines, somehow comes into contact with my now presumably coagulated adolescent semen and falls pregnant with our HIV-infected baby? I have a full-blown panic attack, I make my excuses, I get the hell out of there. Right. I'm doing the light switch on the way, it's all very uncomfortable. Anyway, fast forward to Monday. There we go.
Briefly, in the interview, have the punchline, if you want.
Let's see, I turn up at school, she's clearly told everyone, and I don't know whether any of you have ever tried to convince a group of rowdy, homophobic teenage boys that you're not gay. I'll tell you what doesn't work. It's telling them that you couldn't have sex with your beautiful girlfriend in case you ruined her fabulous satin bedsheets.
There we go. Louis, so, well, you got through to the final, but you almost cancelled on us
Yes.
because you had a work trip.
Yes.
Talk us through what the work trip was, just out of interest.
Pretty glamorous.
Yeah.
We were going to stay at the Mercure Hotel in Northampton.
Right.
For a 2-day away day, but Northampton's currently underwater.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what's the work, if that, what's the general industry you work in?
I work for a charity for carers.
Alright, well, I can't be mean about that. Oh, you sound alright, prick. Right, oh, that's nice.
Thanks.
Yeah. Alright, so, was that like your Christmas sort of party or something?
No, it was kind of a getaway to figure out what the fuck is going wrong with our charity.
Oh, is it not doing very well?
It's going down the gurgle.
Well, hopefully you'll win tonight, and then, you know.
I'll embezzle the prize money instead of that.
But there's no prize money in this gig anymore.
Cool. Okay.
It's all gone on camera equipment. Anyway, Louis George there, round of applause. A lovely job. He works for a charity for carers. That's so nice. Cool. So, no, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
It cut me off mid-sentence, and so that's why that looks ridiculous.
Oh, so Russell, you know, when the comment comes up, you have to do it straight away. Can't do it after
Oh no,
the
it's
act.
just when I was typing it, it seemed to erase the first part of the sentence.
Oh, okay, so I need to fix YouTube. I'll get straight on that.
Pattern in his clothing. So what does that mean?
The reason he's called the Pied Piper, because Pied is for the pattern in his clothing.
Oh, me?
The diamond pattern. No, you showed a video of a Pied Piper.
Okay.
He did a bunch of rats. That popped in my head. I wrote it out, and then that's it.
Can you delete that? I don't want any more comments now. Okay, it's good that we got the context now.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So we're all following. Yeah. Good. Also, by the way, so we've got both ends of the spectrum here. We have a child and some pensioners. So it's quite good. And you're 18, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, we're having an after party tonight at a club over the road. You're all invited till 3 a.m. And someone's going to have to put him on their shoulders.
I'm fit in every girls' school in this country.
Not the right time to play that game. Oh, thank you, Dad. All right, good. No, it's nice that you've finally come to see me do a gig, Dad. It's good after 30 years. Anyway, you waited for a busy one. Good. James, just save your comedy for the stage. We don't want you to comment anymore. All right, let's crack on, Russell.
Okay.
Who is the Tunisian real dazzle?
Yeah, let's do that, because I haven't put the next...
Right,
out.
tonight that stops, yeah? I want all... He does this every week.
I was too busy fixing YouTube.
You two look very happy. Are you having a nice time? Yeah, you two. Yeah, you look really happy and like you're having a nice time. And have I misjudged it? Yeah, cool. How you doing? I'm just trying to film here. So yeah. How did you hear about this evening?
They've actually already sat through.
Oh, you were in the
They've already
before.
sat through a whole open mic before this, so I can imagine all they want to do now is just die. Just die, please, just kill me.
So they are, if they've been to one comedy show already tonight, they're on their second, they're definitely in a long-term relationship. All right, so over to you, Russell. Let's crack on. We've got a lot back. We've got to get to the after party.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I need to see that clapping going again as we bring our third act to the stage. Okay. All right, so as we bring our third act to the stage, Harry, who have we got?
Nacho Carice!
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to steal.
Nacho?
Wow, that's
Well, that's a very... I mean, it's like a sold-out crowd. That's probably when you should do the gig, right?
he was definitely here.
It's a
right?
girl.
Oh, she was definitely here.
Yeah. No, thank you, Joel. It's not that guy out there. So, all right, well, so she's disqualified. Or maybe you can vote for her in the final, in the end, if you want to, if
She
wanted to
turned
bring
up,
her.
and now she's
Oh, I saw her. Yeah. She was definitely here. So anyway, all right. Well,
so strange.
is she? Well, I can't go and find that out. Yeah. Would you like to?
I think we should do that.
Sorry.
That's all right. It was a great time to leave. Yeah.
Exactly. My mom just called.
Oh, your mum just called?
Yeah, just had a bit of an emergency.
Oh, you should have brought her up on stage.
Yeah.
On the phone.
She's in Italy, Russell.
No, but
Oh.
on the phone.
All right.
I
Well, she's trying to
understand.
do an act with a competition.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, she's getting no more introduction. Just bring her up. What? Oh, we already done it all. We already done it all. She missed it.
Yes, perfect.
Maybe half of you clap. Only half of you. Only this half clap. You know, you've got to be here on time for your set. So you only get half a clap.
Yeah,
There you go.
fair enough. Macho
And she
Calese!
comes on to half a clap.
Wow. Talking about great timing in life, yeah? Yeah.
So this is amazing to have actually an audience. My last gig there were like 4 people. That's not even a fucking orgy, but okay. So I'm Italian. You guys know Italy, right? Yeah. So we're famous for food, fucking fashion, and fascism. Have you ever dated an Italian guy? No? They're amazing lovers because they cheat a lot, so that's great training. But you can only really date them when their mother dies. There's only so many relationships they can commit to. Us Italian women, we are very, very passionate and extremely unstable. But we can't really blame that on the weather, can we? It's just in our DNA. Yeah, and usually when we fight, we throw things to each other or beat the shit out of our guys, but that's not considered domestic violence, it's just cultural. So who am I? My name is Maggio, which means the month of May in Italian. It's a pretty weird name, than Italian. And I got bullied for it when I was younger, because children can be a little evil. Actually, they're little cunt with a big mouth. So I decided to move to a country where they don't speak any Italian or any other languages, for instance, the UK. You guys might not speak languages very well, but what you master is politeness. And by politeness, I mean your inability to express your feelings. Unless you are in a pub and it's 8 p.m., then there is way too many feelings. When I moved actually to the UK, it was quite interesting to understand the different type of people here. And I had this experience with neighbors. So my first neighbors is what I call the bachelor, or the wanker banker. Their life philosophy is work hard, get hard, unsolicited most of the time. Their house turns into a club every weekend. I think they got some sort of special license. I should look into that. And another neighbor that I've got, this is at the moment, is the noise sensitive. They can come across like they care about you at first. Hey, darling, have you got a flu? They don't give a shit about your health. They only want to know why the fuck you started breathing heavily at night. Is just a cold or a new cocaine addiction? What is the timeline before we get rid of that? And then we have what I call Upeste merda! Or the American. They're permanently on a defense mode, always ready to start a war in order to maintain peace. This makes as much sense to me as pineapple in pizza. One day, my neighbor, the noise sensitive, came to me. I just moved in a nice house in West London, and she comes and is like, darling, you know, there is a very nice place called East London where all the young people live. You should go there and check it out. And I was like, thank you so much, you know. So there's a very nice place called Countryside where all the people live. You should also go there and check it out. My friends was like, Macho, what did you just say? I was trying to reciprocate the friendly advice. But she meant for you to fuck off. What do you mean she meant for me to fuck off? How can somebody be so nice and tell you to fuck off? Guys, it's been 15 years that I live in the UK and I still don't recognize when somebody is being passive-aggressive to me or is trying to be nice. I really don't understand it. Anyways, let's talk about a bit more about my family. In my family, we have very equal roles. My mother taught me to cook as a child, and I can cook many meals. And my father taught me how to cook the books. And that's when you are considered an adult. Also in Italy, we don't really have terrorism. I don't know if you knew that. Because there's only so many criminals that you can have, and we already got the mafia and the Vatican, so that's enough. So thank you so much, guys. It's been so wonderful to be here, and that's few seconds here.
Thank you
Nadia. We're just a quick interview. So you've done about 7 gigs, is that right?
This is, I think, 9 gigs.
9 gigs in. Wow, that is unbelievable. I remember the heat that you won. Yeah, you were very good that night. So, what made you want to get into comedy? In another language as well. Yeah.
Speeches at wedding. Yeah. Turns out I was kind of funny, so I couldn't wait for my friends to get divorced just to do another speech. So I was like, okay, maybe at this point I just go into stand-up comedy. Yeah.
So you did a speech at a friend's wedding,
yes.
Killed it, and you were like, I could do this professionally.
Yes.
That's an unbelievable origin story. Anyone here getting married in the near future? You shaked your head very aggressively there, madam. You in a relationship? Yes? Are they with you tonight? No. Okay. Not marriage material? Would you like to marry them, but they don't want to marry you? What's the story?
No.
So I'm trying to get you a gig at her wedding, but I think she's about to.
She really doesn't want to get divorced so soon, you know, like, at least maybe she wants to wait for the picture to get back.
Yeah, and if he's watching on the stream, he's just found out he's dumped. Cool, well, it was lovely to see you, thank you so much. Oh, is your mum alright? Everything alright with your mum?
Good.
Yeah? Was she giving you some motivational words?
No, just my cat had a bit of a stroke.
Sorry.
Well,
Judge the room, man.
I did not press that button. There is somebody else in here with the buttons as well.
That is true.
So, like, ladies and gentlemen, just before we go any further, I would like just this half of the room just to clap, because I feel like she might need that. That secondary clap. There we go. Josh, fucking stop it!
Yeah, so there is someone with an iPad in this room who is pressing buttons, and that's where you're being heckled by. So I'm sorry about your relationship. I hope it works out. You know? He sounds like a lovely guy. So all right, or girl? I don't know. Is it a guy or a girl? It's a guy. Good. All right. We'll find out more of him as the show progresses. You're not allowed to film your set, by the way. So I don't know why. Because it's complicated, but you're not allowed to. Anyway, but you're not on there.
It's legal issues.
It's another person. All right, guys. We want 2 more acts in this
Don't
section.
worry, we're streaming it. You can have the tape of us for a very reasonable fee.
50 minutes. Oh, you know what? Does anyone want to manage the social media? Does anyone want to do it? Quickly, anyone? All right. Well, then we'll just give it to Nadia, I guess, because she did such a good job last time. Round of applause for Nadia. She's going to be managing the Rat's social media, as well as taking some stills in competition with Richard. Richard, you only taking photos of your friend?
Yeah.
All right. Well, how much would it cost for you to take a few other pictures?
I don't know how much do you have in your budget.
Fuck all. Is that enough? You can pay us. £10.
Oh yeah, for exposure, which is in a pub. The photography people will get that joke. Think about it. What's going on here?
So you had a nice dinner, was it?
Say that again.
Nice homemade.
Oh yeah. Don't look in my phone. That's not the point of managing the social media. Wow. Last night, I'll be honest with you, on my personal account, I live streamed myself cooking dinner, and it was a lovely duck leg hash. Anyway,
Eating a meal, a succulent Chinese meal.
Oh yeah, give it to a child. They were born with a mobile phone in their hands. So.
She's 18. He's 18.
Yeah, I know you're 18. You're coming to the after party with us. What's your name, old man?
Max.
Max. All right. Well, you're in charge of social media. Don't say anything racist. All right. Cool. No, that's just the only rule. All right. So yeah, you agree with that, right? Yes. Yeah. Good. Last week they didn't. Anyway, so over to you, Russell. 2 more acts in this section.
Can I see
don't tell me you haven't.
No, I have, but I just need to like... Right. Okay. Okay, so I did
The
want
fourth
to know
act.
you were getting up now, right?
No, I thought I was.
Okay, right. No, I was wondering what was going on there, so it's a bit premature, like.
Sorry, this show is usually a lot less organised.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get that clapping going again. It'll be chaos, or it'll be like a collision. A mid-stage collision. Fuck, I should have let it happen. Would have been the best thing that happened, wouldn't I?
Focus on motivating this crowd, giving them some energy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see some clapping above your head this time. That's it, as we bring our next act to the stage. Harry, introduce the next victim,
Joel Walker!
Alright, welcome to Joel Walker's Comedy Bonanza. Is everyone ready to go wild? Good. Most of this set is about my... He was born with a phone in his hand, he doesn't have to switch the fucking volume off. Imagine that. That was a really mean way to start it, wasn't it? I feel like I should recapitulate somehow. I'm from a family of neurodivergent people. Neurodivergency is this fantastic new rebranding campaign that's been going on for bullying victims. We've done pretty well out of it. It's explained some odd behaviours in my family, like my parents staying together. My mum says, in the old days, before neurodivergency was invented, they knew there was something odd about their family. They just used to assume it's because my grandma was Dutch. Are people still Dutch after they die? Was Dutch? I don't know. It turns out the Netherlands weren't to blame anyway. I also grew up around cats. Apparently having a pet is a really good way to introduce children to the concept of death. We lived on a main road, so it's quite effective parenting if you think about it. We were introduced to the concept of death like every couple of months. For anyone who wasn't aware of what a cat looked and sounded like, that was quite a good example there. A young cat, not an old one. The old ones are a little bit bigger, furry. They can wander unsupervised into the middle of the A60 whenever they like, that sort of thing. My dad's favourite picture of me and my brother as children is us standing next to a horse, and the horse has a massive erection. And I think it's quite easy to get behind, isn't it? Like, not the erection, but the concept that it's not just a boring picture of his two beloved children, you know. There's a horse's cock to look at as well. That was a donkey. So we're sort of 1 for 1 on animal accuracy so far, which is a fairly good score. That's a passing mark at university. I don't know if that's a degree you can do, but so far we've got a passing mark. So that's something good to be going on with this evening, isn't it? Where was I think I was forming some sort of genius joke about a horse's penis. That's right, yeah. So, my dad sent me this picture yesterday. He was like, "You remember this, mate?" Yeah, you know. I was like, "Yeah, I remember. You remember this? Yeah. Put that in your stand-up, couldn't you?" Yeah, I did make some sort of joke about the keenness of that horse's erection being a replacement for the emotional availability of a father, if I wanted. That actually wouldn't be accurate, because he was actually quite emotionally available. So, you know, I was quite a lucky child. I had as much father's love as I wanted, and as much horse's erection as I wanted as well. And a lot of kids don't get that, do they? So it's quite nice. Yes, I think some of you are probably a bit disgruntled that I haven't even mentioned the 2007 Ford Fiesta Z-Tech Climate yet. But don't worry, it's on its way, slowly. You know they discontinued Ford Fiestas recently, has anyone heard that? Yeah? Which is a redundant move, because actually if you drive one for long enough, it will discontinue itself. Last time, it took about twice as long to find a picture of
I literally have it on speed.
Yes, so he's had a picture of a horse with an erection saved on his computer for precisely 1 week now, which is a nice thing for us to think about. I was telling my nan that I do stand-up. She's like, "Oh, stand-up?" Her and my dad are both from Sunderland, if you didn't get from the accent. It's also the only accent I can do, which is why I do an impression of both of them. "Oh, you stand-up, well, you've got to tell them about our Sandra. It's so funny." Well, it's not funny. She can't remember names or places anymore. But you have to laugh. Thanks, Dana. I'm not going to tell her you didn't like her joke now. It's got the icing on the cake for her. She's got Parkinson's. Had a fall last week, and now you don't think she's funny. That's nice, thanks everyone. My dad is a learning technologist. Don't know exactly what that involves. Being made redundant from a different university every 4 years seems to be quite an important part of it. For my job, I spend quite a lot of time dressed as Spider-Man. You'll love this one. The bane of my life is kids come up to me and tell me I'm not the real Spider-Man. I know I'm not the real Spider-Man. They're cruel, they come up, they lock eyes with you, they're like, I know you're not the real Spider-Man. Yeah, well done. So clever. You've ruined your own birthday party. The other bane of my life, kids follow me out of the house after their party. They're like, Mum, why is Spider-Man getting into a car? I was like, well, that Spider-Man's got to drive back to New York now. Because I had a 2007 Ford Fiesta. He's going to get all the way there. They do sabotage themselves, these kids. A kid said to me the other week, he goes, I'm the best fossil hunter in the universe. Which is on behalf of all the staff here at Joel Walker's Comedy Bonanza, I'd like to issue a firm good night and an apology for being so rude to you, Max, earlier on. I know that it was the millennial next to you, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's Spider-Man. Could you get a lower res picture of it next time, Russell? Yeah, so...
I'm sorry, when you put in Spider-Man with an erection, that's what comes up. And apparently that is an actual statue.
Okay.
A real actual
in your garden. Okay, so, Joel, good to see you again.
Yeah,
you won last week's heat.
Yes.
Yes, and it was quite hard for you after you insulted a child at the beginning, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, you make mistakes.
Did it just feel like you were back at work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
sorry, Max.
Yeah, it's, you know, I spend all day dealing with that sort of thing.
And then you get to a gig, you think there won't be any children here, and there's literally one in the front row.
Yes.
So I understand. All right.
Who's 18?
Oh, yeah, no, we got that.
Yeah, alright, cool. So, yeah, well, good to see you. And how did your caveman experience thing go? Last we spoke to you. So he does sort of entertaining for children and stuff like that. And you had to recreate Neanderthal
so
times.
you're of course referring to the Stone Age workshop.
Yes, the Stone Age workshop.
Yeah, no, it was pretty standard. Yeah. So.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. All right, wicked. Well, thanks, Joel. Good to see you, mate.
No problem. See you around.
See you very soon. Alright guys, we're going to have one more act and then we're going to have a much needed interval. The cat had a stroke, that's not a joke. Alright, well, good. Wow, they've titled themselves Rats Comedy Heckler. That's interesting. It's a persona online, I love it.
You're not the real Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, how do you feel about that, John?
I get it all the time, so to be honest,
Oh, thank you. Honestly, a couple of weeks ago there was a girl on the front row and she laid into him for 2 minutes about that. You're not listening to anyone. This is like live feedback. In the second half, you know, just you know. Oh, I thought it was disrupting me. Oh no, you can disrupt that, so it's fine. All right, cool.
Wow.
Oh wow. All right, I've got to reset the room now. Whoops. Yes, Judge.
I think that'll do.
Yeah. No, it's a hair transplant from Turkey. So, what are you going to do at university now that you're 18? What are you thinking? Come on, you got to get. When the bouncers ask you at the after party, you got to be quicker than that. Man.
Go to parties.
But what are you going to do? Yeah, at uni. Yeah, but what are you going to study at uni? Don't look at your sister. Is she your sister?
Sure.
What's that?
Cousin.
Cousins. Okay, alright. What's he going to do at university? We need to get a story straight. Architecture. Oh, nice. There we go. Any architects? Any qualified architects in the audience? No, you're shaking your head. You're not a qualified architect. What do you do?
I work for a broker.
A broker?
I work for financial services.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, got a lot of financial industry people in tonight. You can talk to Callum in the interval and maybe get some insurance for the company. Anyway, I can't wait to be involved in the interval. Alright, well, that's the best I could do, Russell, so I've done my best. Final act of this section.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, get that clapping going for the last time of this half. As we welcome to the stage a little bit of a different act for you. Quick, please hurry us. Huh?
You'll have to stay there, mate.
Oh, okay. A little bit of a different act. Right, get that clapping going again as we welcome to the stage Isabella Miller as she comes trotting up. And off she goes. Right, your time is going on, by the way.
Mary the mare was searching for a stallion because she was ovulating. How do I know she's a mare? Is that the question? Mary's a mare because mare is a horse that has a womb, and that's a female mare and female horse. Mary is a mare looking for a stallion. Horses are mammals. Switch. I'll switch to It's alright. It's alright, sophisticated. Too sophisticated for this audience. Obviously. I'll go to the easy stuff. Always get to know. I'm the most spiritual person. The most spiritual person. Yes, I'm the most spiritual person. The most spiritual person in the house. Soap is so overrated. Have you tried importing culture? It really works for my spirituality. I'm doing a course on shamanism. I'll be a shaman in 3 I'm the most spiritual person. I'm the most spiritual person in London.
changing my pronouns to God, the Most High, the Most Holy.
There we go. So yeah, you're very spiritual, are you?
Yeah. Did you not hear the song?
I'm just trying to, find what. Yeah. Okay. Good.
I think she was the
Yes,
most
because-
spiritual. The
Because
most.
it's a competition. Spirituality is a competition.
Mm-hmm.
That is the point.
How do you know you're the most?
Because I was
I
told
think we should have
by
a spiritual
my guides. I was told by my guides. They're speaking to me right now.
Okay. Are they going to pay for a ticket?
Do we have anyone who thinks that they're more in the room that's more
Yeah.
spiritual than
Before we go
Isabella?
to a much needed interval where we all question our life decisions, does anyone think they're more spiritual than Isabella? All right, we have a godless audience. Amazing. Anyone?
So she is the most spiritual.
Alright, well,
That song was true.
I'm glad we cleared that up. Could you stop standing in front of that light, swaying in front of that light? It's like, yeah.
Is it safe? Is it safe?
Alright, well, where do you keep your horse?
In the stables.
Oh, of course. Alright, wicked. Alright, well, good to see you again. And we'll see you very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Isabella. Lovely. So I wonder who Rat's heckler is. They're very funny. I can't see anyone in the audience typing.
Someone has created an account just for that. That's interesting. That
We
is.
love it. Keep it up. Rat's heckler. You're doing a great job. You're keeping the show
It's
going.
definitely not me. You can check my phone. I'm signed in as myself.
Right, yeah, that doesn't sound guilty at all. Anyway, alright, guys, let's have a round of applause for all the acts we saw in that section. Go upstairs or get a drink here and get some fresh air. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time. Thank you.
stage, the host. Let's get the clapping going for Harry Deansway!
All right, welcome back. Not for the first time my parents have abandoned me. It's fine, it's fine. They texted me to say, well, I'm not, shall I say? Because it will might influence the vote. So, my mum said that she liked the Ethiopian girl, and my dad said he liked the Spider-Man guy. So there we go. That's their vote. Both of whom, one of whom is left. Joel, are you still here? Not you, the other Joel. There's two Joels on tonight. Joel has have Axe, who are in the final, like given up and not sticking around to see if they've won.
Are they allowed to?
If they leave, they're disqualified. 100%. Yeah. So Louis and the other Joel have both left. Can we confirm that? Anyone?
Joel!
Wow. Okay. Incredible. Could be. Anyway, welcome back to all the people who genuinely want to be here. We've lost a lot of audience.
We've lost the couple there.
We lost the couple because I came too close to home to them. Definitely, if you're watching two comedy shows in one night, it's because you've got nothing to talk about to each other. That's just no. Come on, man. That is definitely what that was. Because they both like that. I was standing in the corridor there, right, and she was death staring me. And she was like, she hadn't realised it until I said it. He keeps taking me to comedy because we've got nothing to talk about anymore. Anyway, we don't want couples here. It's not that sort of vibe. Sorry. I know you two are engaged, but it's lovely. Oh, and you two are a couple as well, aren't you? Yeah, I remember. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk to you tonight. I know you took offence last week when I spoke to your partner, so I've learnt my lesson. Cool. So, and sir, you're with your third wheel, your gooseberry tonight. Yeah. How are you finding that? Yeah, cool. And what do you do?
I am a musician.
You're a musician? Are you in a relationship?
As of last night, no.
Oh my god. Oh. Had it been brewing for a while, or?
I mean, we were together for like a month, so...
Oh, okay, so it's just like a hit, sort of like 4-pinch date, and then, no.
No, she was also a musician.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of,
And the music was not flowing?
it was, but, you know...
Who instigated it?
Debate about that.
Is that?
Yeah, I mean, she called me up when she broke up with her ex, so... you know,
Oh,
so
wow, this sounds
maybe
complicated.
I'm the bad guy, I don't know.
Okay, so she broke up with an ex, started to have a little fling with you. Yeah.
And then she went back to the ex.
And she's gone back to the ex. Do you feel used?
Absolutely.
You feel used?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow, she sounds like a trouble. You know, I think you're best out as someone who. Yeah, we agree. Trouble. Yeah. Yeah, you've dodged a bullet there. I had a similar thing a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, was dating a.
Like, she's a dick, but also...
You kind of like that. You kind of like being mistreated.
No, I just think it's for the best, you know.
Yeah, I think it's for the best. You had you were like her little rebound, and she realised actually my boyfriend is a good lover, and went back to him. No, it wasn't. Anyway, well, nice to meet you. What's your name? Ollie. Well, you seem very friendly, very nice. You're a good-looking guy. You're going to meet someone, maybe at the after party, which is taking place in about an hour's time. Are you coming to the after party?
We'll see.
We shall see. Not committing. Maybe that attitude was why that girl broke up with you. You sound very non-committal. Anyway, good. Well, cool. Are you feeling tired, Max?
No.
It's quite late. Past your... Oh, no, you're 18. So
Yeah, me too. I don't have a bedtime anymore.
You don't have a bedtime anymore. Good. Where are you guys from, by the way?
From the US.
You're from the US of A. So you're 18, so you would have voted. Did you vote for Trump or Kamala?
I didn't vote. Well, I'm still 18.
Yeah.
Build that wall. Build that wall. Build that wall.
Well, the act's literally nodding along to that. Just listen back. Who would you have voted for given the choice? You can answer. There's no judgment here. Yeah. Who would you vote for? Trump or Kamala? No, don't tell him who he could vote. Who would you? Yeah, go on. Any time. We're all waiting. Yeah.
It's very private about his political.
Okay.
Fake news.
Can you tell me your password again? I got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 1980.
He just wants to look through your gallery again.
Oh, don't look through my gallery. There's nothing that's like. Here, give it to me. This is degrading for me, I have to say. All right, thank you. Don't worry about not sharing your political beliefs. You are totally free to not share your political beliefs. I'm English, and
This is Democracy Manifest.
Are you American as well?
No, I'm from Singapore.
You're from Singapore. I was in China in January. It's lovely. Just they're quite near each other, right?
We're both in Asia.
Yeah. First time in Asia. Loved it. Great culture, great food. Really had a lovely time. But couldn't recommend Asia highly enough, guys. Anyone watching on the stream, fancy the holiday? My top choice would be Asia. Lovely people, lovely culture, very reasonably priced food. People very friendly, very friendly. Not what you hear or what you experience when you go to an Asian restaurant in England. In fact, it's the opposite. But in their home countries, they're very friendly. Very hospitable, very nice. Loved it. 5 stars. Cool.
Oh, rats!
All right, good. Well, welcome back. We're ready for the second half. Where'd all your friends go, Isabel? They just came to support you and effed off.
I told them to stay.
Right.
They did record their clapping, so we could play that.
Yeah, I recorded.
So I've got OCD, I've got depression, I've got anxiety, I've got addiction issues, I've got anger issues, I've got body dysmorphia, I've got dyslexia, I've got dyspraxia. These aren't the jokes. I've got schizophrenia, I've got agoraphobia, I'm bipolar, I've got chlamydia. Now the wife, she says I'm high maintenance. Can you believe that? This is the woman with the gluten intolerance, do you know what I mean? She's got fucking hay fever, alright? Talk about a lack of self-awareness. Every spring she starts sniffling. Do I say anything? No. I don't, alright? I accept her as she is. A straight woman, married to a homosexual. Thank you very much. I'm not really homosexual, that was a joke, okay? I tried it once, I didn't like it, I moved on. Right. His dick was bigger than mine, I thought, fuck this, we're going to right. This is humiliating, why should I be paying for it? Do you know what I mean? I'm making him feel better, he should be paying me. In fact, I should be offering this as a service. Not that I'm that way inclined, I'm not. I tried it once, I didn't like it, I moved on. That was the first time. After that, I started to get into it. I found a midget with a tiny cock. Anyway. Anyway, okay, gay sex, we've covered that. I think that went really well. Yeah? Any questions? All right, I'll move on. I've got a little bit of OCD. It drives it drives her mad, the wife. Yeah? So, someone spoke about OCD earlier. So, you get these intrusive thoughts. I have to tap the car bonnet. This is one of the things I have to do. I have to tap the car bonnet 50 times before I get in the car. Okay, this is true. Now she says that's not going to stop anybody from dying. All right? But is she dead? No. Thank you, exactly, you make my point. All right, one car crash, she survived. All right, what does that tell you? Thank you. One car crash, she survived. What does that tell you? Don't drink and drive, sure. But what does that tell you? Right? 2 passengers died, that was it. Alright? They weren't even friends. They were friends of friends. Alright? They were Belgian, who fucking gives a shit? Right? Why were there Belgians in the car? Who fucking knows? They were there, they died. That's 2 less Belgians on the planet. Anyway, guys, these are jokes. Alright? I love the Belgians. Alright? Well, love's a strong word. I hate the Belgians. Right? I don't even know any Belgians. Well, I knew 2, but they both died in a car crash.
Why are you giving money to the French?
Anyway, guys, these are jokes. All right, we're blissfully wed. She still gives the most amazing head. How do I know? My mate told me. Well, that's a joke. Obviously, I haven't got any mates. Well, I had one once, but we had sex. It was a nightmare. I'll tell you about the kids very quickly. We've got 3 kids. They're all cunts. The girls are fine. The boy, oh my God, thick as shit, full of opinions, all right? I think this, I think that. He's never passed an exam in his life, all right? He can't do anything. He's shit at everything. All right, fair enough. He's only 4 years old, but still. Anyway, guys, listen. I'm going to have to go. Will you please follow me, if you can, all right? Just to the tube. After that, I'll make my own way home. Thank you very much. Rats.
Summer 2024 champion Nikki G there. Maybe you could tell some of the people competing tonight how it's changed your life. And,
yeah, immeasurably.
Yeah?
I used to be happy. Yeah, I was quite well adjusted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's been a heavy burden.
Well, it's been quite a burden, yeah.
Yeah. Have you told other acts?
Yeah, I tell everybody.
Yeah, and what's the reaction like?
Sympathy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So has it led to more or less gigs, would you say? About the same?
No, I think the number has gone up, but the quality.
Okay. Yeah. Any sort of rat super fans messaging you or?
I got recognised in the street.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very unpleasant experience. But I do want to say it's been the honour of a lifetime.
Oh, really?
Genuinely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, genuinely.
That's so nice to hear.
Yeah, genuinely. I've loved being King Rat, and I'm...
Big Rat.
Yeah, Big Rat, sorry, Big Rat. and I'm sorry to have to relinquish.
No, you'll always be a big rat.
Oh, okay.
But it's just, you'll always be big rat. You're always welcome here. That's part of your prize.
Okay, great.
That you can just rock up when you fancy, and you can't play the final next time. But other than that, you're free to whatever. And we'll just sort of present you with the T-shirt.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean,
is it a large? Or do I have to lose weight?
Difficult to tell. Difficult to tell. Do you want to put it on?
Well.
Should we have a sort of ceremonial? How should we do it?
Put it on him!
Comment. There's a comment apparently that is.
What is the comment? Oh dear.
Just before we do this. Okay. Thank you, Charlie. He is a regular on the stream, and I have told him to stand further away from the camera for your profile picture. But anyway. Right. Could someone explain what the best way for me to do this? Like in a sort of exciting.
Put it on him.
Yeah.
No, I do. Can I just say something very, what's the word? Heartfelt.
Oh yeah.
No, earnest.
Earnest. Yeah, please.
I love rats. Rats is a top night. Don't you agree? Yeah.
Oh, if only my mum and dad were still here.
Even they abandoned you.
Yeah, I know. Even they abandoned me. In fact, my mum's texted me. Just turn that down a bit, please. My mum's texted me saying that she's not feeling very well. No, she's lying. Anyway, here we go.
No, I'm not going to stretch it. I'll just do this.
There we go. A round of applause for Rats Summer Champion 2024. Now we're going to see the remaining 20 acts who are competing. We have lost like all the audience. Just acts in the audience now. We went from like about a sold out show to stop that now. Thank you. I know it's not you.
We still took their money.
The idiots at the back, yes. The two Dumb and Dumber at the back there. Round of applause for Dumb and Dumber operating the cameras and the sound effects. Yeah. Did you hear that? No applause. They're not enjoying what you're doing. All right. So have a rethink. It's not working, guys. It's not working. They don't like it.
I'm a gift to females, created by the one above.
Not working, guys. Not working. Back to the drawing board. Focus on the cameras. All right, guys. Are we ready for the acts? Let's go. We've got to get to the after party.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, get that clapping going as we move up the pace of getting through these acts. So, Harry, let's just bring the next one on.
Yeah, and no interviews in the second half. Sorry, guys, we're going to have to crack on. So it's Owen Quinn!
How we doing, rats? How are we? I'm Owen Quinn. I'm from Ireland, as you can probably tell. I was bullied very badly in school in Ireland. Room full of bullies, obviously. I wasn't bullied enough. Come on, I'm doing stand-up comedy in a basement on a Tuesday night. There's clearly psychological baggage there. But bullying in Ireland, it's not like bullying in England with that fancy cyber-bullying. It's good old school, sticks and stones may break my bones, but they're literally waterboarding me on the toilet. The bullies in my school were a little bit like the CIA. They didn't really care if waterboarding met the UN's definition of torture or not. Me and my friends, it was a religious school, so we were altar servers. These are Catholic young men who wear hooded robes. And I used to think we were a little bit like the Taliban. A group of religious hooded men, didn't have much luck with women, probably didn't deserve to be waterboarded. My teachers were like the United Nations. They would always say the waterboarding was wrong, but do absolutely fuck all to stop it. Now, the only people who got it worse than me in school were the musical theatre kids. And after 6 years of Phantom of the Opera, fuck me, they earned it. Oh my God. I was joining in on the bullying myself after that last solo. They'd be like, splish, splash, I jump back in the bath later on a Saturday night. I'm like, it's not a Saturday night, it's a Monday, we're in school. Stop looking in the toilet, there's a turd in there. Jean Valjean is not going to jump out and give you a solo on the West End. So just shut the fuck up. Trump just got elected, obviously, in America. His policy to make schools safer is to arm teachers. Now, my first thought was those musical theatre kids are fucked. My second thought was if my teachers had been armed, I would have done way better in life. You know what I mean? Like, if I knew that if my homework wasn't handed in on time, Mr. O'Leary will pull out the Beretta strapped to his thigh and just start shooting. And guys, you got to remember, this is Ireland, so Mr. O'Leary's very drunk. You know, he can shoot anybody. But Ireland having a bit of a rebrand because we figured out that the strategy of putting Guinness into English pubs instead of small explosive devices does wonders for your reputation. Who knew? Stop trying to kill English people and they'll actually like you a little bit more. Also, Paul Mescal's pretty cool guy. But a lot of countries have this. Like you think of, a lot of countries have rebrands. You think of Italy, beautiful food, great people, great landscape. And by the time you remember they invented fascism, they've already brought out the tiramisu. And it would just seem a little bit rude to bring it up. You know, they wouldn't give you one of those complimentary Nespressos that they usually give you with the bill. You know, it'd be a bit awkward. Spain is like this. Like Spain, beautiful country. Spain was fascist until the 1970s, which is 30 years after World War II. It's a bit like people who still support Leeds United. The greatest hits were 30 years ago. Time to move on, you know. Also, kids nowadays don't get it. Being fascist in the 70s, not like being fascist today, where they give you a podcast or the Republican nomination for the White House. You know, much worse. Being fascist in the 70s, it's like grown men who use Snapchat now. You know, you're not automatically cancelled, but it's a bit of a red flag. Obviously, Ireland figured out the strategy for how to beat English people, which is just give them pints of Guinness. Guinness now the most popular drink in Ireland, although Ireland has its own relationship with fascism. We didn't exactly paint ourselves in glory in World War II. Basically what we did is we just got those big airport parking cylinders, went out into the front garden, saw the German Air Force and went, they're that way. Although of course London, the only place bombed during World War II, and I think that's because the Germans got to the north of England and they went, oh look, the Tories have already beaten us to it. I've also been in the north of England and to be honest with you, you know, I don't know, would bombing do much more damage than that's already been done. But that David Cameron did more damage to the north of England than the entire German Air Force. Austerity. But no, Ireland has undergone a bit of a rebrand. I underwent a bit of a rebrand when I moved to the UK. When I'm not doing open mics, I practice criminal defence law. Which is funny. It's funny when you do open mics in criminal defence law because you find people in both jobs in a very, very bad place. And if I haven't done my job, you also leave them in a very, very bad place. But it's a very odd thing to be proud of your son when he does criminal defence law, even though my mum is proud of me. Like one of my first cases was aggravated. I was defending someone who'd been accused of aggravated assault in Shadwell. Not relevant to the set. Unless, of course, you live in Shadwell. Lock your windows. But I've been recently thinking I actually wouldn't mind doing a little bit of time on the inside. You know, 3 home-cooked meals a day, a free laundry service, lots of friends. And I'd certainly be going on a lot more dates because I've been told I'm a street 5, but I'm a prison 9. And when it comes to the stand-up comedy, I'd quite literally have a captive audience. I've been Owen Quinn. Thank you very much.
Leave you, but I've spoken to Owen before. He's a very interesting guy, so you're missing out there. All right, cool. Russell, let's inject some energy into the second half. We're going to rush through it now. I need you to engage with these people. You are in charge of...
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Host in the room.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I need everyone to follow after me. I think you'll know what's going to happen because Harry loves this bit. One more time. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. They've never been to Butlins before this
time. No, it's because you haven't done your job. They're not...
One last time. Harry, bring the next act on.
Joel Kay.
Wow, what an introduction. I feel like I'm getting old, people, you know. I turned 40 the other day. Well, just for existing to this point. No, I actually turned 45 to be exact. No, 42. We'll split the difference. But I realised something. I realised that, you know, you realise when you start to get older, when you notice your favourite porn stars starting to appear in the MILF section on Pornhub. Because just think about that, like, you know, I feel like I've tracked their career, I've followed them every step of the way, I've cherished them, I've watched them blossom. Slightly questionable use of the word blossom. And then I'm there going like, you know, what happened to us, Crystal? How did we get here, Tiffany? One minute you were this, you know, sexy student, and now you're the ropey old real estate agent. And it brings a certain kind of focus on your own existence when you realise that these porn stars have had this great career, they've gone off and done great things, and what have you done? You've done fuck off. I hope I get these minutes back, Russell. Yeah, you realise that, you know, these porn stars have had this great career, and what have I done? Fuck all, because all they've done is fuck, and all I've done is fuck all. Fuck that up, never mind. So I was on a date recently with someone, and they were really interested to know about like this idea of dick pics, right? Because they said that she and a friend had had loads of them, and so first of all she wanted to know, you know, what my view was on these things, and I thought, oh, you know, no, that's not where I was going to go with this. Anyway, she wanted to know why I was single, and I said, you know what, you'll probably figure out for yourself in the next few minutes. What was I going to say? Anyway, so I was thinking about dick pics, right? I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I just couldn't work out. I don't understand what the ambition is, what the motivation is of someone who sends them, because you know, you've got, what is the chance that they're going to get like a successful response from it? What is their expected success rate from it? And it just made me realise that, I don't know. I had something about dick pics, and then there was a lot about that. But yeah, it just made me like. She was telling me about how guys started. It's what? We love you, Joe. No, I don't care. I don't care about that. She was she was telling me about how guys have started getting very cute with the dick pics, the way they take them nowadays. And she said that, you know, they started getting cute with like the lighting and the angles and the zooms and the filters. And I'm thinking, like, you know, what kind of like filters are you using that's going to start putting a good face on this? Like, you know, they're going for like some sort of cinematic film noir kind of effect. And then also, you know, are they taking themselves into hair and makeup? You know, what are they doing for it? And obviously the big question is, you know, how many shoots do they do as well? So yeah. Anyway, that was dick pics. I had a bunch of other random shit, but I'll tell you what, I'll leave it there for now. Cheers, guys. I fucked up.
Tell us your skincare routine because you have no wrinkles.
What's that, Matcha?
What is your skincare routine?
The skincare routine, I've had an easy life. I've had an easy life, that's what.
Tell us about dick pics.
The dick pics, I don't understand what the... Right, here's what I don't understand. If you're in a privileged position to send someone a dick pic, right, that means that you've matched with them in the first place. So if you've matched with them, then you're giving yourself half a chance of them meeting your mate in real life. But for some reason, these guys have such low levels of ambition that they're like, no, fuck that. I'll just send them a pic and then get everything I need to from that. And yeah, I think it's a good premise. I think if with a bit of work, it could be developed into something.
I'm glad you decided to workshop it in the final. Yeah.
I think the premises are all
really
right.
Showcasing the night, doing great for the stream. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
Yeah. I thought the night had been going so well.
Yeah. Most people would, in a final, would work out their material before they go on stage, but that's the way sort of Rats works, isn't it? You get these
The true spirit.
Yeah, the true spirit. I'm just going to work this out on stage. Why not? Yeah, good for you, John.
It's all grist to the mill.
Yeah. You've had a great learning experience, so...
Sorry about the Spotify music, Joel.
Yeah, you really didn't deal with that well. But anyway, it's fine. Yeah, there we go. So,
So, friends, if you're ever having an argument with Joel and he seems to be winning, just grab your phone out, put Spotify on, and you would have won the argument.
And you completely railroad him, yeah. So, it's good to know. So, look, there's just let's just take a sec before we bring the next act on to see this. So, you've got Joel's inner monologue, right, which is like, I'm doing bad, I'm not enjoying this, and then, oh, okay. Well, I mean, well, look, no, let's go back to that. Let's go back to Charlie, right? So that Charlie loves comedy. He's a student, goes to he's like a super comedy fan, and he likes what you do and what you've got, yeah? So you've got to hold on to that, yeah? That's the positive from tonight. The audience liked you. Maggio was very impressed with your skin, and so
psychologically resilient.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so you didn't even trust me. I've been running this gig for 8 years. That was one of the better performances here. So don't worry about it, because I know as creative people, I know there's a lot of creatives in the audience. We can be a bit harsh on ourselves. And there's room for that in the creative process. But sometimes you just got to say, I got up there and I did my best. Yeah, and it wasn't for everyone, and maybe that's what makes you unique.
Very stirring. Give him a clap for that.
And you got good friends around you. I can see Callum, he tapped you on the knee and went, "Well done, buddy." All right, welcome back. Oh no, these are 2 acts. Yeah. All right, good. Well, this is we've really. Oh, off they go. Yeah. See you later.
Go get the tube.
All right. Yeah. All right.
We're Joel's favourite. We love him.
Okay. Is that who your vote's for?
No.
No, you're not voting for Joel? Yeah, all right, it's 3 votes for Joel. Okay, good. Wow, we're literally shedding audience by the minute.
Right, let's quickly get this started.
Yeah. Before any more can leave.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get that clapping going. As we bring to the stage our next act. Hold. Very, very eager. Harry, announce him on, please.
Oh, sorry. Emerson Young? Yeah. Whoa!
Hey up.
Fucking hell, what happened there?
I've got a coordination disorder. It's not part of the act, like. Anyway, I've not just got a coordination disorder. People actually often assume that I've got autism. And I'd actually like to tell you, contrary to popular belief, I've not got autism. Autism's got me, motherfuckers! People always assume because I'm autistic I must be really into things like trains. That's annoying. The most annoying thing about those lazy, stereotypical judgments is I genuinely do love all of, I love every train. I adore them. I've been into them since I was a kid. I did find a problem with being a teenage railway enthusiast, as it does tend to make your rebellious teenage phase a little bit less rebellious than everybody else's. Let's just say while many of my peers were on drugs, I were on the 1754 Northern Service to Doncaster via Rotherham Central. While many of my peers were having sex, I were having no sex. Because it's against Northern Rail's conditions of carriage. My life's going very well at the moment. Thank you. No longer sleeping on my mate's sofa. Yeah. Don't get too excited, it's not because I've got my own place, I just bought a camp bed. I don't want to beat about the bush, but I don't. I'm a gay virgin. Slow burner. For a long time I actually assumed I was asexual, but turns out I'm just an unmotivated gay. Always one, I can't be fucked. And I can't be arsed either. But yeah, I am actually attempting to become a practicing gay. And I need the fucking practice, gotta admit. And the problem is, it's not that my standards are too high, right? If anything, my standards are too low, because I'd genuinely be prepared to marry any guy who was willing to marry me on a train. Problem is, the other guy's standards have to be even lower, because he has to be prepared to come round my mate's place and bum me on me camp bed. And the only guys I've found who are willing to do that are fucking weirdos! But yeah, it's all right, you know. I'm trying my best. I found a guy. I say found. It wasn't difficult. Like, we were in the same pub and all that. But I thought he could be the one. Not like that. He could be the one that I awkwardly ask out on a date, and hopefully he doesn't say no. But you know, baby steps. And I was chatting to him, and we were getting on quite well. But then I said I was autistic, and he went all fucking weird. I thought, oh shit, what have I done here? So I said, oh, you alright, mate? Is it something I said? He said, no, it's fine, it's just no offence, but... Which is what people always say before they say something really offensive. He said, no offence, but I just don't think, morally, I could have a date or have sex with an autistic person. Morally! And who said sex were on cards? But morally! I'm autistic, I'm not a fucking cat! You know, I guess at the end of the day, and it's not my fault, it's not my problem, shouldn't be my problem. That looked just like my cat, actually, that's creepy. It's not my problem, but for some people, the tism just doesn't make them jism. And now I'd like to quickly show you my second favourite hobby after the train thing, if that's okay. Yeah. I'm glad it's okay, because I would have done it anyway, to be fair. What I like to do, and no, it's not being a woolly miner, what I actually like to do is I like to put this bad boy in high beam and then run down the road late at night and go and all the drivers shit themselves because they think I'm a really tall motorbike, and I turn around and go and they shit themselves again because there's one on the back too. But Emerson, I hear you say, I'm psychic as well, I forgot to mention. Emerson, how could you do that? You could cause an accident. What the fuck? Someone could get hurt. How do you sleep at night? I've told you how I sleep at night, on me fucking camp bed. And it's fine if I cause an accident, I don't give a shit, because if I cause an accident, I can just do this. Nino, 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 Nino. Cheers, guys.
Emerson Young, thank you so much. Yeah. All right, well done. Wow, you came all the way from Liverpool for this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, round of applause for
I'm a
that.
fucking sucker. Sucker for a good open mic.
Huh?
I'm a sucker for a good open mic, and
Yeah.
then I accidentally won and had to come back.
Yeah. Accidentally won. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, yeah. Shall we just?
Yeah, let's just get on with it.
Yeah.
I think we're all done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, get that clapping going one more time. Let's get some energy back into the room.
That's your job.
As we bring the 29th act of the night to the stage.
It feels like the 29th, but it's actually only the 4th. Claudia Hammond.
G'day. I'm Australian. I'd like to address that.
Does anyone work with an Australian? Does anyone work with an Australian in the past? Give us a shout.
Yeah.
That's because we took your jobs. I have been here for 15 years. I like it. It's nice. It's nice. I live in Lewisham. I married a Brit. I love British people. They're awesome. I do, however, have noticed that you guys don't really like being loved. British people, that I tell my friends I love them several times a day, and that you guys don't like that at all. Australians are hopeful, cheerful, and warm, and that can get you an ASBO in England, and that was a real learning curve. So I have great respect for British people, but you guys have this thing that you do that's like a pepper spray, but it's like a please don't care about me spray. So it's kind of like, hey Jenny, I'm really sorry about your brother who died. I'm fine! And that's how you kind of deal with affection, which is a challenge for us Australians. So although you guys have kind of little affection, public affection for your fellow adults, in fact you really love your children, which is really nice. It was a surprise. You guys really care about them, you really look after them. And case in point, my children's school, it's an inner city school, it's a lovely school, but it's a state school, it's quite poor. They took 37 children under 7 to far right Kent, or as I like to call it, Kent. And they took them to Joss Bay, which is a beautiful sand beach, and they that took a lot of heart and soul and compassion and patience. In comparison, my school took us on our Year 2 excursion to the abattoir. My school took us Year 2s as an excursion to the abattoir. So can we just take you through the series of events that must have happened to make that the case? Someone in a staff room who's qualified as a teacher of children must have said, I know, let's take him to the abattoir. And another teacher who's equally as qualified said, let's do that, that's a really good idea. And then after that, if you can imagine, there would have been an administrator to type up the letter to send home. I'm taking your child to the abattoir. Print. And then that permission slip would have gone home with the parents to get a signature from the parents, and that parent would have said, taking Johnny to the abattoir, yeah, that's fine. Sign here, off you go. So I'd like to take you through what it was like going to the abattoir as a 7-year-old. So we pull up to the front of the abattoir, and 2 men in smocks covered in red come outside of the abattoir. We all thought it was going to paint thing. It was not a paint thing. And then we go to the abattoir's foyer, where we are met with the smack in the face smell of death, which is great for a 7-year-old. And then we get taken through all of the stations. I'll take you through them now. There is the stun station, where the beasts get stung so that they fall asleep. There is the skinning station. That was very good. At that point, all the blood from all the children had just drained out of their body, just like the beasts. And then we've got the blood and gut station, where they empty all the beasts of all the blood and guts. And then we've got the chop station. And that trauma is how the Australian government prepares us to live in a country full of deadly spiders. It kills any respect for death or need for life. And that is me done. Thank you very much, everyone.
Megan Fox with a dick or Hulk Hogan with a pussy.
Sorry, me and Russell were just having a tech meeting quickly. Claudia Hammond, ladies and gentlemen, who got through to the final after doing her first gig at Rats. Yeah. How many have you done since then?
5 more.
5 more? Well done for doing 6 gigs.
We're getting to the final.
Huh?
We're getting to the final. That's quite a
Yeah, okay, all right, we're good, but we're being positive. Okay, I like it. Russell, by the way, is very ill today, just to let you know. So it's amazing that he came. What do you think? We usually have a doctor working at the show, but she's decided not to come. In fact, your friend Emily, yeah.
She did not decide not to come. She had a double emergency.
I don't believe her.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I don't believe her.
She sent me some bloody pictures. It's true.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Oh, wow, that's
she's definitely lying.
She would never do that.
She definitely would. I've known her 6 weeks. I think she's probably lied to me about 8 times already. She's a chronic liar and a doctor to boot.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely not working a double shift tonight. And that was, in fact, last week was her last shift, right? Emily.
From where? Here?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We're firing her, aren't we?
Are we?
Alright, okay.
It's the first time I got the fucking memo.
Well, you know,
memo.
I think she's quite selfish. I think she just uses the night for her own means and doesn't really
She's
help us.
alright. She comes here and she does a bit of door work and we give her 3 minutes and you get what you pay for.
She stinks the room out, yeah, every week. Yeah. Anyway, what's that?
No, I'm just doing my Emma impression.
What? What's 1 plus 1? Go on, do the joke. Go, you know you want to do the
Emily
joke.
impression?
Let's show you do it, come on.
Come on, quickly.
It's your last show, do it.
Look on, let's cheer him on to do an Emily impression.
Point one, you ready for this? I went to the pub last night. There was a guy there. He said, "You're a good-looking girl." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm a guy." And then I walked away.
Come on, Harry, do the other one, the window one.
Oh no, I don't want to do
With the movements.
No, I'm not doing
With
that.
the performance dancing, please, come on. Who wants to see the 1 plus 1? Do it in all Emily's glory. You're going to have to move the microphone stands. It wouldn't be a night without that joke, would it?
Oh, it's so bad.
Fucking hell.
What's 1 plus 1?
2.
No.
3.
It's a window. There we go.
It's actually quite
funny when I do it. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, hopefully she's watching. All right. We've only got 2 more acts, and then we are out of here.
Can that win?
Yeah, I can win. If you want to make me win, I'm
Just
more than
that thing
happy.
right there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've had to listen to that every week.
Oh, it's so
and
bad.
This was the funniest rendition of it.
Yeah. Tells you a lot about how talented I am. All right, cool. I'll do. In fact, everyone just email the Rats email like 1 line of your set tonight, who performed tonight, and I'll do your line, and we'll see if it gets a bigger laugh than when you did it. Okay. Come on.
Okay, lady.
Tonight, send us one of your lines, and I'll perform it before the night's over. Okay. We'll see if I'm funnier.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Comment. Quickly comment.
There is. Okay, hang on. We're going to go
You
to a
said
comment.
there's a good comment.
No, I said send them in the comments. Harry will perform them.
Oh, what? Send what? Right, just before we bring the act on, what am I doing?
You know, you said to email the lines.
Oh yes, a comment on the YouTube. Yeah. Look, I don't think you realise how stressful it is to host this night and to have your parents walk out on you and to not have eaten all day and to have had to set the room up, which usually takes 2 hours and 10 minutes. So yeah. All right, let's go.
I don't know. I need some violin music for that.
Yeah, we need violins.
Well, next season.
Put that on the list.
Next season.
Put that on the list.
Can't wait.
Okay,
Can't wait for
fucking hell.
next season.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this has been a long season, but I must say, this is by certain my second favourite act of this whole season. So this is going to be a great one. I don't know why it'd be great for you, but it's great for me because it is the second to last act. So ladies and gentlemen, get that clapping going. Like we're still happy to be here as we welcome, don't need to do it, we welcome to the stage your next act, and he goes by the name of James Wood. Oh God, this actually is a good one.
Thank you. First dragon of the night. I'm a bit sad. I'm a bit sad tonight, guys, because as you can see, I'm a dragon. But other dragons have told me I'm not a very powerful dragon. To which I said, I can be more powerful. I started off by changing my hairstyle. Skinhead. Then a dragon came up to me and he said, "You've got really small arms for a dragon, my man." And I said, "Don't dragons famously have small arms?" He said, "No, dragons have big arms." Well, I said, "Well, bam! Banana." The evil dragon was like, "What the fuck's a banana?" I said, "Well." I said, "Well, what the fuck's two banana arms?" He was flabbergasted. After I showed off my banana arms and my skinhead, he said, look, I could just flame at you, you little fucker." I said, "God damn it, yeah, I can't actually do any flames as a dragon." But then I realised I have something he doesn't have. It's only a fucking Banaton. Look how far the Banaton can go. Can flames go that far? Now, crucially, there's one thing you must do to activate the Banaton. Now, the problem is, I could throw my Banaton at him, but he could potentially still flame me. That's where Gary comes in. Oh, Jesus, I'm losing Banatons everywhere. That's where Gary comes in. Gary here is my attack dog, and should I be downed... You're very good, very good. I haven't been fucked without permission, like he did. I would say to the other dragon, "Look, Gary can do this." Gary, show them what you can do. Oh, fucking hell, Gary, it's only got stuck again, hasn't it? Gary! It's classic Gary. He never produces the Banaton whenever I need it. Now, famously, okay, so I've got my dog, I've got my weapon. But often a strong dragon needs to show that he's a real man. And real men, what they do is they drink beer. And I drink a shitload of beer. It's goddamn good beer, man. Bitter. Anyway, you might think that I haven't done any of the physical aspect of my my dragon bulking, but you'd be very wrong. I've been doing crunches, and as a result of those crunches, I got myself a sweet pair of banana abs. It's a fucking banana. Oh yeah. Stick that back on there. There's only one way to activate the banana abs. The thing with the banana abs is, when you take them to your chest in the bathroom at the interval, they get really fucking warm. It's like banana sundae.
Could you tell? I am actually allergic to bananas. Genuinely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm genuinely allergic to bananas. So yeah. Huh?
Who wants to find out?
No. I get. It's. I'm just. I don't really want to talk about it. So anyway, I promise you.
That's what mind you.
I'm allergic to bananas. Anyway, it sounds weird, but I am.
Do you want some anti-back wipes for the microphone that's got
You just touched that.
Do you want some anti-back wipes for
Right,
your
we definitely got this filming because this is gold. Where
this is the night
host goes into an anaphylactic shock on stage live. This is the night we get famous.
Yeah, finally. Karma. After all the bullying that I've done in 8 years of running this night, I'm gonna die.
He gets punched in the face one year.
Oh yeah, actually, before we bring on our last act, guys, almost our last act, we can talk about some of the mishaps in the final that have sort of like stopped it being a good gig. So tonight, obviously half the audience left in the interval. Then we did one where our old producer who... Oh yeah, do you want to maybe do a better job? Yeah, thanks Ash. Yeah, we used to have a producer who's now suing me, and he gave... Because it was competitive, there was 3 acts, and we had to choose one of them, and he thought it'd be funny if we gave them all a custard pie and whoever did the funniest thing with it would win. And I did say, just please tell them not to throw it in my face, and he obviously didn't, and literally the 6'3" act punched me in the face with a custard pie, and almost lost my eye, and had to wear an eye patch for 4 months. Anyway. Any other... Oh, thank you. Yeah, and then
great microphone polishing skills. Just.
And then at the last final, we did an Olympics special, and Russell thought it'd be funny if we bought 2 30-inch dildos and got the 2 winners to joust with it.
It was no. Let's be honest. It was funny. The problem is we had some. What happened there?
I'm so sorry, James. That was meant to go to Emerson behind you.
I felt guilty and it wasn't me.
Oh my god. That just made the funniest noise. Anyway, look. What a night. Anyway, you were going to say before we bring our last...
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a funny joke to have 2 people jousting with dildos. Mm. But unfortunately, it was received by a Gen Z gaggle of females that once they saw a dildo, I think the reaction was, ew! And which just killed anything. It was just like, wow.
Yeah, so do look at that on the stream, previous issue, if you want to see episode. Anyway, I've lost the... I need a drink so badly. All right, maybe I'm going into anaphylactic shock.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Please. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is your last act of this season. I can go home and never return until next year.
Yeah, we're back in January.
Oh, fuck no, I'm not.
Are we? Are we back in January, guys, behind the bar?
Make it
in January?
Make it February.
Are you gonna have us back? Will you have us back in January? Well, we're coming back, guys. It's officially confirmed.
Right, who would like Rats to start in February?
What? Why are you on holiday?
Well, I'd like a bit of a break. I feel like, January's...
7 weeks. You're getting a 7-week break. Anyway, let's bring the last act on.
No. Well.
Right, on that disappointing note, maybe you could take all your angry clapping out on this last act as we bring to the stage.
They're happy, they like Rats. You're the one who's angry.
I'm angry that they like Rats. What the fuck have we done here? They're supposed to hate it. We've done something wrong here. This is disgusting. Right.
Sold out the principles of Rats.
This is a shit comedy show, people, so just fuck off home and don't return as we bring our last act up to the stage. I'm not going to attempt to say his name, but he is very funny, so...
Thank you much. How are you doing, everyone? Good? Good, thank you. So, thank you. We finally come to the end, so you can go home after me. So, thank you very much. My name is Hidehito. I'm Japanese. I'm from Japan. So I moved from Tokyo to London 2 years ago. In Japanese, UK is translated as brilliant country, you know. So I was deceived. Anyway, and also I'm not a typical Japanese man, you know, because I always wake up in the afternoon. I don't eat sushi, and I have a massive cock. So, my cock is ethnically ambiguous, you know, and Japanese guy with massive cock is as rare as panda, you know. So I could be a diplomatic gift, so to China, so exchange for panda. Anyway, and I was so shocked about London is people smoke weed very casually, you know, and also we can buy weed very easily. It's easier than booking NHS. You know, drug dealer is more kind than doctor here, you know. But in Japan, smoking weed is a very serious crime. You know, we are told in school, once you smoke weed, your life is ruined and you lose all of your friends. Fucking liar, you know. Smoking weed is the best way to make friends here. Anyway, and anyone here, do you have a dual citizenship? Dual citizenship, yeah, no one here. But I think basically dual citizenship is a very normal thing here. But in Japan, this is prohibited. We have to choose only one nationality. But if possible, I'd like to get both Japanese and British citizenship. And if I did, I could be a part-time Japanese and a part-time cunt. And full-time afraid of Americans. Anyway, so, and the biggest news recently is that Donald Trump was elected as the president of the United States. I don't know if this is good or not. I don't want to divide the room. But for Japanese, in my opinion, so do you know, basically we Japanese are very bad at pronouncing English, and basically we cannot tell the difference of the pronunciation of L and R in English, you know. So when I heard the news Donald Trump was elected, I feel like, oh, his penis is still working. And also, and I heard that he's elected again. Oh, he can still have sex twice. He's almost 80, so he represents American masculinity. It's great. And in the same year, he was almost assassinated, you know. And on the other hand, 2 years before, Japanese former prime minister was actually assassinated. Do you know that? Have you heard this news? Yeah. And of course, and surprisingly, that the criminal was using a handmade gun, you know. Of course, this is a huge tragedy for Japanese, but I think it's great, you know, because he manufactured a better gun than Americans, you know. So he proved a made in Japan quality. So we did it. Anyway, and my mom is a very stereotypical Asian mom, so she was very strict in child education. So when I was a child, she told me to study English all the time. It's like English is very important for your life. If you don't study English, you will be a loser. And because of her, I hated English. But now, I found my dream. I told my mom, I'm going to UK and become a stand-up comedian. And my mom said, fake news. And my mother like, you don't need to study English anymore. English make you a loser. So it's a true story. So anyway, and recently I started using dating app, and I got a match with very cute girl from Thailand. You know, so and I soon fell in love with her, and we exchanged Instagram, and we kept in touch for several days. And one day she sent me a message like, "Hi, I'm so horny. Can I say something crazy? I want to masturbate each other." So I was thinking the same thing, and we are starting video call, and she's so gorgeous than I expected. And my cock is getting more and more massive, and we are starting masturbation. So, but when I was about to come, she suddenly changed her attitude. She was recording my masturbation, and she told me to pay money, or she'll be sending my masturbation video to every my Instagram friend. So I was deceived again. I was so shocked. I was so panicked. I don't want to lose money, but I don't want to lose my friend. But I soon realized every my friend don't know I'm doing masturbation. So what's the problem? So anyone here, please follow my Instagram, and you can get my masturbation video for free. And if you want to see exclusive content, please subscribe my OnlyFans. So anyway, I still have that. So anyway, so I think this necrophilia is invented by Japanese. You know? So because we are so shy, so and we don't like talking to others, so even during a sex or I sleep. So I think, and I want to make sure I actually have a massive cock. So anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's my time.
Hideto, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's right.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Well, and that we come to the end of the Rats 2024 autumn season. What are you doing, Russell?
Training.
Training who?
The monkeys at the back.
Yeah. Let's not. Let's not. Quickly change the battery because we need to. This is going to be the winner. We're going to crown the winner, so we need to get that. So. Yep, quick as you can. Quick as you can. All right, so what was your name again? Sarah. How's it feel? Right, we're all going to get whatever he's got, by the way. So how does it feel?
So we're back in February, right?
Yeah. Bringing your young friend to the show, do you feel like
he's 18?
You did a good job? Did you enjoy it? Did you learn anything from tonight? Did you hear some stuff from the comedians that you didn't know before? Not really? Okay. Cool. So you watch a lot of comedy and... Yeah, how did this night rank on the pantheon of all the shows that you've watched?
It was a lot worse.
The thing about kids...
He's honest.
The thing about kids is they've got no filter, you know? They haven't learned how to filter. Oh, yeah.
I'm not a kid, I'm 18.
Yeah, you're 18. All right, yeah. Could you see yourself up here one day? No. No? Well, anyway.
Thank fuck for that.
Yeah, it's the last thing we need.
One less person.
Yes. So, guys, we're just going to vote for our favourite act, even though I think there is literally 6 audience members now. 7. Oh, that girl at the back. Have you just come in, madam?
Somebody's
in the
literally
glasses?
just leaving.
I'm not leaving.
Oh.
This girl behind here, next to you, Ed, is this a friend of yours?
Yeah, just the right.
No, I'm here. I've been here the whole time.
Oh, you've been here the whole time, so you can vote for who you liked. Okay, cool. All right, so we're just going to read out their names. If you're still here, stand up, give us a wave so we can remember you. No, we do this bit when we make the decision. Huh?
I'm going to fade it in. That's what I'm going to do.
Right, but can you fade it down now
Yeah,
so I can hear the
do.
applause?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, okay. Right, so here we go. So way back on Monday morning, I don't know if you remember, no, we had Salam Amare. If we like Salam, give us a round of applause. Okay. Then we had Louis George, who works for a carers charity. If we like Louis. No, we've seen him. And then she was late to the stage, but when she eventually made it...
I'm Italian.
In Italian, yes. And her cat apparently has now died. It's Maggio Carisi, if we like Maggio, give us another applause.
No sympathy clapping.
Joel has left us. He did not feel he did a good enough job and abandoned the show. No, we're not clapping, abandoning. Yeah. Max, you've got a lot to learn. All right, then we had Isabella Miller closing the first half with her horse. Very spiritual. Okay. What is that?
That's the 4 friends she brought clapping. So maybe that could be taken into consideration.
No, because they're, I'm afraid their clapping is disqualified because they didn't stay for the whole show. So, sorry. If they can't, that's half a clap.
Half a clap.
Okay. Then
they've got half the clap.
Yes. Owen Quinn opened the second half. If we liked Owen, give us a remind us of yourself, Owen. Doesn't want to. They might like, yeah. There we go.
Hello.
Yeah. Then we had Joel Kay. Joel Kay abandoned his set and all the way from Liverpool, Emerson Young. Then we had from Australia, Claudia Hammond.
You can't cheer for yourself.
Don't worry, the hearing technology filters that out. Then we had the Dragon, James Wood.
I prefer this set, the one we've done before.
You can't say that.
But I do.
And then last but not least, we had Hideheto. I literally couldn't tell who won that. They all felt like they just clapped for everyone.
I tell you what, I got a really good idea.
Okay.
Right? So we don't have to give out another fucking t-shirt.
Yeah.
Why don't we just say none of the cunts won? Wouldn't that be a great end to the season?
Oh, Max has got
Can I get the t-shirt?
Can you have the t-shirt? All right.
Max won.
Max won. All right. Max, you are the funniest person. All right.
Well,
Sorry,
no, we
guys.
do have to have a winner. Otherwise, who's going to come up and perform next season?
All right. So cheer for who you want to win, because I couldn't work it out. I think you just like.
I think we should let the staff pick. Yeah? Okay. Over to the staff.
The dragon guy.
The staff have spoken.
All right.
The staff of truth.
Oh yeah, because you know part of the prize is you get a paid gig here. So,
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
You want to keep to your decision?
Yep.
Connor?
He's not a manager. Of course.
Yeah, yeah. All right, there we go. So you were getting a paid gig at 21 Soho.
His other set is good.
Yeah. What? You didn't like this one?
Jesus Christ.
It involves less bananas.
There we
Thanks
go.
so
We've
much.
got our Rats Autumn 2024 champion. How does it feel?
Feels pretty darn good. What was the issue with this set compared to the last?
I just preferred the first set.
Yeah. Last
But mind
time,
you, there was
guys,
no killing of animals.
I'll describe it to you.
Set.
I was a magician, and I had a rabbit, and it died.
But it was good. It had all the elements of
Yeah,
you made
just
somebody else guilty for killing your rabbit.
Yeah.
It was a good. That was a good set.
Thanks.
This one today was a bit banana-y for me.
yeah. I just like it when bits of banana flick out.
Well, what you do in your own spare time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for sticking around. Rats is going to be going massive places in 2025. It's the perfect show for the incoming apocalypse.
In February 2025.
As Russia invades England. All right, so thank you. There is an after party. Go and get some fresh air and we'll give you the details. We'll have Russell's putting £10 behind the bar.